Please don't forget to subscribe. My name is Jessica. I was born blind. But I feel more than most people see. I've learned to listen to the sound of skin, to the heat in a whisper, to the breath someone takes when they're lying. I don't need sight to sense desire or danger. Last night I walked into my father's room, Black Trump. I came to tell him I was in love. But the moment I stepped inside, something didn't feel right. He didn't say a word at first. He just placed his hand on my shoulder, slow, firm. Then let it linger longer than he ever had before. My heart skipped, not out of fear, out of confusion. "Dad?" I asked softly. No answer. Only the sound of his breathing. Closer than I expected. "You've grown up, Jessica," he finally said. His words hung in the air. Heavy. Loaded. And the way he said it, not like a father. Like something else. Like he was seeing me in a way he shouldn't. My stomach turned. I couldn't see him. But I felt everything. The way his fingers traced my arm. The way the air in the room shifted, warmer. Too warm. The way my skin began to burn with a warning I couldn't explain. And I realized something I never thought I'd feel in my own father's room. I wasn't safe. They say blindness dulls your world. But for me it's made everything more intense. I don't see with my eyes. Feel everything. Every whisper. Every touch. Every breath near my skin becomes a story I can't look away from. And sometimes that story becomes dangerous. Black Trump's hand slid just a little lower. My muscles locked up. I wanted to step back, but I didn't want to believe what I was sensing. "I need to tell you something," I said quickly, trying to redirect. His hand paused. "Yes, I'm in love." He didn't reply. "I didn't want to hide it from you. His name is Leon Rush. He's kind, strong. And when I'm with him, feel seen. Even though I've never seen him." Still no reply. Only his breathing again. Tighter now, as if something in him had snapped. The room stayed silent, but the space between us buzzed with something dark. Something that made my skin feel too tight. I stepped back. "Dad," he finally spoke. "A man like that doesn't deserve you." There was something in his tone I didn't recognize. Not anger. Not protection. Possession. He moved again. Closer. Then I felt it. His hand brush over my waist. "What are you doing, Daddy?" I said firmly. My voice was trembling but loud. "I may be blind, but I feel everything." He froze. Silence. I could hear his breath stutter. I could feel his fear creeping in. "I'm not a child anymore," I continued. "I know the difference between love and something else. Something wrong." His hand snapped away like I burned him. He took 2 steps back and his voice cracked. I didn't mean, Jessica, I was just." "You were just what?" I demanded, my chin high. Hoping I wouldn't notice. Hoping I couldn't feel. I heard him swallow. For the first time in my life my father sounded small. "I need to leave," I said, turning toward the door. "You're misunderstanding everything," he called after me, but his voice was shaking. "No," I whispered. "I finally understand it all." I didn't look back. Couldn't. But I felt the fear ripple through the room. Not mine. 'Cause now he knew. I wasn't helpless. I wasn't silent. And I wasn't going to let this happen again. I barely remembered the ride to Leon's. Just the feel of cool night air on my face. And the burn of confusion and fear inside my chest. When I got there I didn't knock. I opened the door and his arms were there. "Teddy." "Jessica," he asked. "I don't know what just happened," I whispered. "Tell me everything." So I did. Leon didn't flinch. Didn't interrupt. He just pulled me close, his hands on my back, grounding me. When he kissed me I melted. His lips were soft, patient. His breath warm against mine. My body responded without hesitation, because this wasn't confusion. This was certainty. This was trust. But behind my closed eyelids, I still saw shadows. Felt them. Black Trump wasn't done. And this story wasn't over. I might be blind, but I feel everything. And I feel something coming. Something I'm not ready for. My name is Jessica. And this is just the beginning. The next morning, I stayed wrapped in Leon's arms long after the sun rose. He made coffee. I sat quietly, fingers curling around the warm cup, listening to the sound of his steps moving around the room. Every time he passed by me, he brushed his fingers over my shoulder, grounded me. "You still feel uneasy?" he asked. He nodded. "It's not just a feeling, Leon. It was the way he touched me. It was something else. Like he didn't want to let me go." He crouched beside me, his voice serious now. "Do you want to stay here for a while? You don't have to go back." I hesitated. "What if he comes here? He won't get close to you. Not while I'm around." But even Leon couldn't protect me from the voice messages that came through my phone later that afternoon. First calm, then angry, then something worse. Quiet threats disguised as concern. "You've been influenced, Jessica," Black Trump's voice said. "You're blind. You can't tell who really cares for you. Come back home. Let's talk." Alone. My skin went cold. Leon heard it too. He took the phone from my hand and deleted the messages. "You're not going anywhere near him again." Still, I couldn't shake the ache in my chest. The sense that my own father wanted to control my life, my body, my future. "I think he's been watching me," I said. Leon didn't speak for a moment. Then he stood, walked over to the window. "If he is, we'll stop him." That night I couldn't sleep. I lay on the bed, listening to Leon's breathing. I imagined what Black Trump's face looked like when I walked into his room. Was it hunger? Was it something worse? Suddenly I sat up. What if he's been doing this longer than I realized? Leon stirred. "What do you mean?" "I mean, there were moments. As a girl. Little touches. Too long. Too soft. But I never questioned them. I thought it was just how fathers were." Leon sat up beside me. "Jessica." Tears burned down my cheeks. "I'm scared." He pulled me into his arms. "Then we go to the police. We tell them what happened. But I don't have proof. Just feelings. And I'm blind. What if they don't believe me?" "They'll believe me," he said. "Because I won't let this happen again. Ever." Clung to him. But even in his embrace, I knew this was going to get worse before it got better. And I had to be ready. Because the darkness I lived in was no longer safe. It was time to shine a light, even if I couldn't see it myself. My name is Jessica. And I am not afraid to feel the truth. Not anymore.